So Greek was Ellinika, no, the language Ellinika. And this is something like Hellenics, the Hellenics, ta Ellinika, like neuter plural nouns together to get the language, ta Ellinika. But Ellinika or Elliniko, Ellinikos, Elliniki can also be an adjective to say something is Greek. For example, Ellinika proionta, Ellinika proionta, Greek produce. So actually you will find a few adjectives ending ik in English and iko or ikos, ika, etc. in Greek, like Hellenic, Hellenikos. We saw basic, no, which is vasikos, and basically
Βασικά.
Vasica. We saw general or generic, which was
Γενικός.
Yenikos. Good. So there we have the ik of generic, no, not in general, but generic, Yenikos, generally.
Γενικά.
Yenika. In English, we have semantic, which pertains to meaning, no? Semantikos, in Greek, means important, like meaningful. Semantikos, important.
Σημαντικός.
We have physikos, which means natural, like physical, no? Physikos,
Φυσικός.
natural, physikos. We have iphysi, the nature. How would you say naturally?
Φυσικά.
Physika. This is used like of course, physika, of course, and it's used very often as well in Greek. I arrive was
Κάνω.
Ftano. And the center in Greek is to kendro or to kedro. You can hear both. You can hear it like nd or like d. To kendro. So this is spelled K-E-N, which looks like a V, no. T, it's spelled with the T, R, O. So NT together inside of a word is going to give us a D or an ND, not a T. Tokendro or tokedro, not tokentro.
Το κέντρο.
To the center or at the center?
Στο κέντρο.
Stokendro. Naturally, of course, or maybe more literally physically, no. Naturally, they will arrive at the center. They will arrive to the center. Naturally, they will arrive at the center.
Φυσικά θα φτάσουν στο κέντρο.
Φυσικά θα φτάσουν στο κέντρο. So this is like, of course they will arrive at the center. Φυσικά θα φτάσουν στο κέντρο. How do you think centric or central might be?
Κεντρικό.
Κεντρικός. Centrally,
κεντρικά.
So a lot of ik adjectives which we can move over to Greek, even if they are not the most common ones we would think of. You know, we have general, but then generic and genikos, central and then centric and kentrikos. But we can't do this with all ik adjectives in English. No, we'll just notice some correspondences. And as we've seen, the meaning won't always be the same, but related, like physical and natural. Physikos, natural. Enamistiko is a secret. Enamistiko. And you could also have the adjective mystikos, mystiko, mystiki to mean secret. You know, when you describe something as secret, like a secret door, for example, I mystiki porta, the secret door. Secretly,
Μυστικά.
mystika. Klassikos, we have klassikos. You can guess what that means.
Classic.
Classic, classical. And we also have many iko adjectives in Greek that don't translate. So adding iko onto something is a very common way to get an adjective in Greek. So for example, we could have spitikos. Spitikos. If spiti means house or home, what might spitikos mean?
Homic. Homic.
Homic.
Like with, you know, it's in the home, you know, something.
And what do you think it might be used for? Okay, so you get the general feeling, and then you can think about real life and how that might apply to real life, and then to find the word in English.
Something that is in the home.
Homemade.
Okay, homemade.
We want something homemade.
Θέλουμε κάτι σπιτικό.
Θέλουμε κάτι σπιτικό, no? So we have spitiko, homemade, and you will find a lot of iko adjectives in Greek, and also nouns. Enas musikos is a musician. Enas musikos. Or musikos like an adjective to mean musical. So we know how to handle describing words in Greek, which change in the same way as nouns change for gender and number, etc. But we've also seen a set of describing words kind of doing their own thing, and these mostly end ly in English, and a in Greek, like generally, genika, secretly, mystika. But not always. We saw kala, no, which means well, and well doesn't end ly in English. We also have makris, which means long, and then makria, which means far or far away, like farly, no, something like that. But the important thing to understand is that it doesn't change, no? So when you come across a describing word that's not changing and it ends in a, you know why. So if you want to say I'm far away. Far was makria, so I'm far away.
Είμαι μακριά.
Είμαι μακριά for any gender, and we are far.
Είμαστε μακριά.
Είμαστε μακριά. No, είμαστε μακριά. The center is far.
Το κέντρο είναι μακριά.
Το κέντρο είναι μακριά. Kondos or kodos. This is also spelled with nt in the middle, so we can have kodos or kondos. Means short. Kondos or kodos. Kondos.
Κοντός.
And we can get the word for close or close by from kondos, short. So how do you think you might get that?
Κοντά.
Konda, no? So we have makria from makris, which means long, and we have konda from kondos, which means short. And there we get close or close by. So if you want to say it is close by,
Είναι κοντά.
είναι konda. So we have close, no, and far, neither ending ly in English, but they fit into this group of describing words that end in a and don't change to match anybody. We are close by.
Είμαστε κοντά.
Good. Είμαστε κοντά. Κοντά είμαστε. And if you change κοντά to match είμαστε, firstly, how will it sound?
Είμαστε κοντοί.
Είμαστε κοντοί. And what will it mean?
We are short.
We are short. Good. So you get a different meaning. How would you say the center is close by?
Το κέντρο είναι κοντά.
Το κέντρο είναι κοντά. Είναι κοντά το κέντρο. Very good.